Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is all about the impact of childhood experiences on adult relationships. We all know that our childhood experiences shape us in many ways, but did you know that they can also affect our relationships as adults? In this video, we'll be exploring the ways in which childhood experiences can impact our relationships and how we can overcome the negative effects. Attachment styles. There are 4 main attachment styles: secure, anxious preoccupied, dismissive avoidant, and fearful avoidant. People with a secure attachment style tend to have healthier and more fulfilling relationships, while those with other attachment styles may struggle with intimacy and trust. Those who develop a secure attachment style have caregivers who are consistently responsive and available, meeting their needs in a consistent and reliable way. As adults, people with secure attachment styles are more likely to form close relationships and be comfortable with intimacy. On the other hand, people who develop an anxious preoccupied attachment style may have had caregivers who are inconsistent in their responses, leaving them feeling uncertain and anxious about their relationships. As adults, they may seek constant reassurance from their partners and feel insecure about their relationships. Those with a dismissive avoidant attachment style may have had caregivers who were emotionally unavailable, leading them to become self-reliant and dismissive of the importance of close relationships. As adults, they may avoid intimacy and maintain emotional distance from their partners. Finally, those with a fearful avoidant attachment style may have experienced trauma or abuse in childhood, leading them to both desire and fear intimacy. As adults, they may be conflicted about relationships and struggle with trust and emotional connection. It's important to note that attachment styles are not set in stone and can change over time with the right support and therapy. By becoming aware of our attachment style and how it may be impacting our relationships, we can work to change our patterns of behavior and develop a more secure attachment style. In summary, attachment styles can have a profound impact on our adult relationships and are shaped by our childhood experiences with caregivers. A secure attachment style is associated with healthier and more fulfilling relationships, while other attachment styles may lead to struggles with intimacy and trust. By becoming aware of our attachment style and working to change negative patterns of behavior, we can develop more secure and fulfilling relationships as adults. Childhood trauma. One way in which childhood trauma can impact adult relationships is by affecting our ability to trust others. If we have experienced betrayal or abuse in our early years, we may struggle to trust others and form close relationships as adults. We may also be more likely to interpret benign actions as threatening or hurtful, leading to conflict in our relationships. Childhood trauma can also lead to emotional dysregulation, which can manifest as anxiety, depression, or difficulty managing emotions. This can make it challenging to engage in healthy communication and conflict resolution with our partners, leading to further strain on our relationships. Additionally, childhood trauma can affect our self-worth and self-esteem, making it more difficult to establish boundaries and advocate for our needs in relationships. We may be more likely to tolerate mistreatment or engage in codependent behavior in order to feel accepted or loved. However, it's important to note that childhood trauma does not necessarily doom us to a lifetime of unhealthy relationships. With the right support and therapy, we can work to heal from our trauma and develop healthy coping mechanisms and strategies for building fulfilling relationships. Parental modeling. If children grow up in a household where healthy relationship behaviors are modeled, they are more likely to develop those same behaviors as adults. On the other hand, if they grow up in a household where unhealthy or dysfunctional relationship behaviors are modeled, they may be more likely to repeat those patterns in their own relationships. For example, if children grow up in a household where communication is open and respectful, they are more likely to engage in healthy communication with their partners as adults. However, if they grow up in a household where communication is aggressive or stonewalling, they may struggle with healthy communication patterns in their own relationships. Similarly, if children grow up in a household where conflict is resolved through compromise and negotiation, they are more likely to engage in healthy conflict resolution as adults. However, if they grow up in a household where conflict is resolved through aggression or avoidance, they may struggle with conflict resolution in their own relationships. It's important to note that parental modeling is not the only factor that shapes our adult relationship behaviors, but it can be a significant one. By becoming aware of the relationship patterns we learned from our parents, we can work to challenge any negative behaviors and develop healthy patterns that will lead to more fulfilling relationships as adults. In summary, parental modeling can have a significant impact on our adult relationships, as we learn relationship behaviors and patterns from observing our parents or caregivers. By growing up in a household where healthy relationship behaviors are modeled, we are more likely to repeat those patterns as adults. However, by becoming aware of any negative patterns we learned from our parents and challenging them, we can develop healthy relationship behaviors and form more fulfilling relationships as adults. Overcoming the negative effects. One strategy for overcoming the negative effects of childhood experiences is to seek out therapy or counseling. A trained therapist can help individuals process and heal from past traumas and provide them with tools and skills for developing healthy communication, setting boundaries, and engaging in healthy conflict resolution. Another strategy is to engage in self-reflection and become aware of any negative relationship patterns or behaviors. By becoming more conscious of these patterns, individuals can work to challenge them and replace them with healthy behaviors and strategies. It's also important to surround oneself with a supportive community, whether that be friends, family, or a support group. Having a network of people who understand and support one's journey towards healing can provide a sense of safety and belonging, and help to counteract any negative messages or experiences from childhood. Additionally, practicing self-care is crucial in the process of healing and developing healthy relationships. This can include engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, prioritizing sleep and exercise, and engaging in mindfulness or meditation practices. In summary, there are several strategies for overcoming the negative effects of childhood experiences on adult relationships. These include seeking out therapy or counseling, engaging in self-reflection, surrounding oneself with a supportive community, and practicing self-care. By taking these steps, individuals can work towards healing from past traumas and developing healthy relationship skills, leading to more fulfilling and satisfying relationships as adults. In conclusion, childhood experiences have a significant impact on adult relationships. Attachment styles, childhood trauma, and parental modeling are just a few of the many factors that can shape our ability to form and maintain healthy relationships. While it's true that these negative experiences can have a lasting impact, it's important to remember that we have the power to overcome them. By seeking out therapy or counseling, engaging in self-reflection, surrounding ourselves with a supportive community, and practicing self-care, we can heal from past traumas and develop healthy relationship skills. It's important to recognize that developing healthy relationships is a process, and it takes time and effort. However, the rewards are well worth it. Healthy relationships can provide us with a sense of connection, belonging, and fulfillment, and contribute to our overall well-being. It's also important to recognize that we all have the power to break the cycle of negative relationship patterns. By becoming aware of the impact of childhood experiences on our relationships, we can work to create a better future for ourselves and those around us. In summary, the impact of childhood experiences on adult relationships is significant, but not insurmountable. By taking steps to heal from past traumas and develop healthy relationship skills, we can create more fulfilling and satisfying relationships for ourselves and those around us.